Welcome, man. Thank y'all for who could catch it again, man. Thank you. Welcome in to another edition of Live on Sunday, man. It is I, your gracious host, King Crowder, back to you with another edition of Live on Sunday, man. We back again, coming to you hot with this new information, with these new topics, everything that you love to hear and you love to see. Number one, man, I hope you enjoyed your week. I hope your week was successful. I hope it was productive. I hope it was transparent. I hope it was everything that you wanted to get out of it. Remember, Sundays is the first day of your week. Sundays is when you check the post. Sundays is when you clear your mind. Sundays is when you mentally get your life together. Sundays is when you process things and see where your life is going. We're almost 20 days in. Let me make sure I check out watch again. Tomorrow will be 20 days in to 2025. What you looking like? How everything coming together? How are you mentally starting to process things? How's your life starting to get right? Everything we do here is meant to make you check in and mentally see where you at, man. That's where the Live on Sunday came from. That's where the origin story came about. That's where that mindset and mentality all comes from. Oh, Gucci Man LaFleur. Okay, G. So icy boy. Go ahead and talk to him, Mike. Check in with the people.
What's going on, family? It's your boy Mike McCall. Where McCall at here live in the flesh. I had to get icy on him. You know, I do about once a month. Gotta get clean, man. I gotta get clean on him. But
Nothing wrong with that, man. How's your week, fam? Talk to the people.
Man, it's been a long week, bro. Long and tumultuous for sure, bro. Rough day today. Rough day. I'm glad to be on the pod, bro. Hey, look, it's so rough. You know, I gotta.
Well, make sure you get it a little bit. Take a little bit as you can. Take it to the side. You know what I'm saying? Keep it clean. You know, we got classic. You good, you know. Hey, and like last week, man, like I said, we ain't anti nothing. But a guy that try to throw that little shade on us, man, that can't stop, won't stop, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Can't
take
stop,
it as a grain of salt.
Stop.
Go ahead, Mike. Take it as a grain of salt. What did you learn, baby? Go ahead. You know we talked about it.
Oh man, hey. We love all people. And I ain't gonna be cussing y'all out as much if y'all disrespect the pod. We good. Man. We love it.
That's it, man. We here to have a conversation. It's okay to get in moments. You know what I'm saying? Just can't stay there. I ain't mad at it, but like I said, we ain't gonna let it mess with the money or the motion, man. But if you ain't heard, Mike, tomorrow it is technically supposed to be in reverence of Martin Luther King, but tomorrow's Trump Day, man. What are your expectations?
I have no expectations because when you have expectations, that's when people break them. The only thing about it is it was deliberately done on Martin Luther King's Day. That's a day we hold near and dear to our heart. That's a day we hold reverence to the Honorable Dr. Martin Luther King. And that's a day that is meaningful to so many people. And now it is a day shared that will forever go in history, that Donald Trump Day. I don't care for Trump, and I don't like. I'm not a Trump hater or a Trump supporter at all, but I just don't like the fact that it was allowed to be. We should have did on Tuesday, cuz like, you know what I'm saying. We should have did on Tuesday.
I feel it. I guess for me, Mike, my feelings are, number one, I want to speak on people that are trying to shade people that are going to the Trump, like Snoop and them going to the Trump rally. I want people to understand something. Kamala and them lost. Trump in office now.
It is.
Today's title of the video is "Get Down and Lay Down." You got to get with the. We can't talk about Trump bad no more, Mike. He made the rules now. He the man now.
He brought TikTok back.
He brought it back. He got the sauce. So you got to negotiate with. He got the sauce. He the king. So the feelings you may have, you still got to work with people you don't like. Am I lying, Mike?
Always.
So he got the crown. He is the big dog now. No matter what you felt, y'all, you got to work with him. That's my number one feeling. Is that everybody saying, I don't like, man, it don't matter now.
Guess what?
He
It's
in
gonna be a
office.
long. It's gonna be a long 4 years, but
So,
he ain't got FOMO.
but Mike, in them 4 years, are you gonna make something shake, or you gonna sit back and complain? I'm trying to make
Got
something shake.
gotta make some shake.
So that's my number one thought. Number two, he's gonna do what he do. All this talk, Mike, about the he racist. They all racist. I wish people
Every
stop
last
saying
one.
that. Every last
Hey,
one of them.
hey, y'all don't think Joe Biden was racist?
I mean, they
Y'all think
kill me
Joe
with that.
y'all think Joe Biden like blacks?
Man, they kill me with that. Like, they always, it don't matter.
And
You
I'm gonna
think
tell
they
y'all,
different?
for all y'all loving Uncle Joe, he created the 1999 crime bill. He penned it. President Clinton may have put it in and signed it, but he wrote it.
And
He
don't
was the
forget super predator, Mike. That
super
terminology.
predator. So it never existed until he said it.
Teenage
Super.
boys, he was called a super predator. Teenagers. Me and Mike, me and you, Mike, he called us super predators.
That's crazy.
And this is real, like people, and I think we just get confused. I want us to understand, man, no matter if you like somebody, Mike, I can still do business with you.
All day long.
I ain't gotta like you, I ain't gotta support you, but we still gotta do business. So
It ain't gonna stop the money.
it ain't. So at the end of the day,
Rule number one is always keep the money flowing.
he gotta check in with him. He the president now. Snoop and them already understand. 4 years, I gotta deal with him.
But what a lot of people fail to realize about Donald Trump is that he gave a lot of blacks opportunities back in the day. Rappers were rapping about Donald Trump in good ways in the 90s. So you got to understand he may be different from it, it may be all a show, truthfully. His core beliefs still may be what they were back then when he was giving black people their first $1 million loans. But I would say this: in order to get where you want, sometimes you got to play the game. How we know he ain't playing the game?
And that's my whole thing, man. At the end of the day, we can feel the way we want to feel. We can think, like you said, it's Trump Day. He in office for 4 years. I want to make, we got 4 more years of living. We got money we trying to make, opportunity we trying to seek. No matter what you feel, that's okay. You can feel the way you feel. But do not let that cloud your judgment of people you got to work with. Because I notice, Mike, a lot of people think I don't like you, I can't deal with you. No, I ain't got to like you. I ain't even got to respect you, Mike. Just don't disrespect me. Shout out
Right.
to Bernie Mac.
And the money ain't gonna still keep coming.
That's it. That's all we got to get to that mentality too. So,
It's
like I said, man, and I don't know if you see his two policies he got in effect, Mike. You already seen what he talking about?
first of all, I woke up this morning and TikTok was banned. I get I get on TikTok later on this afternoon and TikTok back. TikTok back. TikTok back. Trump brought TikTok back. I don't even know why it was like a big deal. Like who cares? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, the number one reason you could tell a lot of people don't know business, Mike. In a negotiation, what do? You walk away from the table.
Right.
They want to buy TikTok. What's the quickest way to make you buy it, Mike? Take all the
Ban
money
it.
off the table, ban
Ban
it,
it.
subsidize, remove.
But they wanna buy it because they can't control it.
That's correct. And what's the easiest way to control something, Mike? Limit the
Ban it.
access to it.
Hey, we ain't doing this in America. Okay, just come up with something else and then be TikTok 2.0.
No,
Like,
but people don't understand, Mike. It's a business move they did. Hey, they're not gonna let a $5 billion business? They're not gonna let that die, Mike. There's no way.
no.
TikTok is gonna get remixed and sold off, or at least have subsidiary control somewhere. The company will have to lease off that. That's exactly what they're doing. They're not gonna let everybody go, bro. They're not gonna make your money go away, everybody. They are playing a business strategic move. That's all they're doing.
They
Hey,
tried to do a hostile takeover. That's all it
that's what
was.
they did it.
Cause
TikTok probably sold something to the backhand handshake.
yeah,
Something happened, man.
that part. Cause ain't no way the government be like, nah, we ain't gonna get it to you no more. And then the same day they give it back, something happened.
Something happened.
Somebody signed something.
Mike, and I'm gonna tell you something else nobody else talking about that ain't nobody else talking about. You people that we do this, Mike, as passive. So this to be your only source of money, you gotta know how the world work, baby. Feel me, Mike? You gotta
Yeah.
still be in the real world, moving and grooving.
But why is TikTok your only source of income?
I don't know why people might they making money. They think it. I guess they don't. Again, man, you gotta understand. We come from the era where you gotta have both sides and business. You feel what I'm saying?
I
So
feel it.
they not thinking that way. So hopefully this is a wake up call, man. You feel what I'm saying? But you can still make your money from it. I'm not saying not make your money. I'm saying don't put all your eggs in a social media basket. We
Correct.
have goals and aspirations to make money for sure.
Because it's the internet die tomorrow. What we doing?
What we doing? You still got to be out in the real world, moving and grooving. You still got to have those concrete skills, sales, music, investing. You got to be something in the real world at the same time. So this TikTok ban, this shows you, like I said, everybody was talking about it, Mike. That was my whole thing. Like, hey, man,
Bro,
it's
my
going
whole
to happen.
timeline, rest in peace, TikTok, TikTok gone. I'm cool with TikTok, but I wasn't like
For sure.
I only I only had it because they made you have it. When say you be sending me videos. Only reason why I had it is because people were sending me videos from TikTok,
For sure.
and the only way I could look at the video was to have a TikTok account. But
I'm
I'm not
telling
up
you.
there. I'm not up there scrolling and doing stuff like that. That's not
For
me.
sure. But I'm gonna tell you the genius side, Mike. You know, always come with some direction. You got to see.
Told that the president-elect, upon being sworn in tomorrow, will come back here to the Capital One Arena, which is in downtown Washington, D.C. And instead of having your traditional parade go down Pennsylvania Avenue because of the cold, they have moved those festivities, that parade, to inside of the arena. But what is notable tomorrow afternoon is that we're told that the president, then President Trump, intends to sign several executive orders here publicly in front of the gathered crowd. And
Oh,
manner suggests, we're told that more than 50 executive orders and potentially up to 100 will be signed over the course of tomorrow afternoon and evening, with potentially several other executive orders coming in the following days. This is notable. On Inauguration Day, we are typically used to the pomp and circumstance of it. And for Donald Trump back in 2017, signed one executive order on his first day in office, but he intends to have a significant show of his aggressive agenda. And I'm told.
he
And
ain't
Mike,
playing.
you don't even realize. I'm gonna show you two. I'm just gonna give two big things that I thought was fascinating from it that I want to get your opinion. Number one, Mike, if you are a man paying child support
Hey, run it up. Hey, hey. Because
and you
I know some women on child support too, and that's somewhat fair, bro. That's somewhat
have you
fair.
heard the law yet?
Yeah, all that money that you was paying in child support, you get to file a kid on the taxes. That's somewhat fair. That's somewhat fair.
Man, Mike, did you see the reaction though? Woo, they were going off about it, man. They were
But my thing is this. My thing is this. If that person legally has to pay money out their pocket, I mean, granted, now you should be taking care of your child either way, and child support should be a tool. Because I mean, if I had a child and me and the mother broke up, I would put my own self on child support just because I don't want the court telling me how to run my own shit. But I mean, stuff. Sorry. However, I would say this. I don't see nothing wrong with that because that money is coming out of that person's pocket. The least they should be able to do is get that earned income tax credit.
agreed. It started news way, Mike. What about the people that say that man don't pay a lot in child support? What
It
about the man
doesn't
that don't do?
it doesn't matter. That man pays something. Now I will say it should be stipulations like if you paying child support, maybe you get maybe not the whole thing because that person is taking care of that child as well. But it for the people that's solely paying child support and the other person's not really doing much at all, but depending on their child support, that's what's up.
I, I think it's a genius idea. Number two, Mike, pending idea. That the portion thing is getting real, man.
Hey, I ain't
Mike,
trying
we
to.
got a hotline 1,000 per person. The tip
Ooh.
line. Woo, it's gonna be crazy in these streets, Mike. You gonna
Hey,
see?
1,000 per person. You know we work the Sherwin Williams. I got 1,000 people. I'm dropping it down. All right. I'm about to be 100,000 up. I'm about to be a. Hey, you live in Texas. You live in Texas, bro.
Listen, man,
You
I
better
couldn't
drop
even
it.
believe. Listen,
You
I
better
couldn't
drop it down. You better drop it down on a
listen.
thousand people.
The tip line, I said, wow, they ain't playing, Mike.
A
The tip
thousand per
line,
person? I'm
the
about to
tip
drop a dime on
line.
100 people, bro. I'm about to drop a dime on 100. Hey, if you crossed me and you not from here, I'm dropping a dime on you,
Listen,
dog.
I couldn't even believe it, man. I said,
Is
man,
it only 1,000 if they get deported? What's the rules, bro?
I know that's the gray area we gotta see is that how long will it be, Mike? How do you get the money? Is it tax credit? Is it earned? Is it yada yada? You know the BS.
Man,
But
it better
I
be
said,
it better be just like when you snitch on somebody on that police hotline. Do you get the money or cash? Cashola.
mm.
I don't want no tax credit. I don't want if I'm dropping a dime on an illegal alien, cut the check. Send it in the mail. And don't make me pay taxes on it either, because I'm helping the government out.
Not helping the taxes though. That's cold. That's cold. But while we got that crazy news happening, Mike, we got something else crazy. We got people out here. Look, I don't get the I'm a party member. I don't know if it's a generational thing, Mike. I don't care about the party. I care about how we cutting the check and the black crime bill. I want you to see these mugs on CNN, Mike. The video's worth 1,000 words. Fair use.
Who refused to honor to the black community.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at Donald Trump, the man who would refuse to rent to black people in the 1970s, who tried to lead a lynch mob against 5 black and brown kids in the 1980s for the Central Park case, who refused to allow black casino workers to have a prominent place in his casinos in Atlantic City in the 1990s, who spent 5.5 years lying about Barack Obama's birth certificate in the 2000s, who came into office and then attacked black people like Colin Kaepernick, who attacked Ruby Freeman and her daughter Shay Moss for simply doing their jobs as Fulton County election workers. You dishonor those people when you go and perform for this man who has done nothing but dishonor black people. And just last year, he was calling Haitian immigrants, accusing them of eating cats and dogs. This is not somebody that black people should be associated with and pretending to normalize. We should be challenging him. And it dishonors the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., whose birthday we honor on Monday to celebrate this.
Mike, take on.
I don't even know, bro, because I mean, it is what it is. Like, it's when you what people fail to realize is when you perform at the inauguration one, sometimes you gotta pay. So you know what I'm saying? As a participant in the Barack Obama inauguration, Hampton had to pay to be there.
I didn't know that. Keep going.
But I look at it from two perspectives. One, yes, I do agree with what he's saying of him dishonoring black people and being dishonest about some of the things that he said. But I also look at it as a business. Snoop Dogg is a business. Snoop Dogg got paid $1 million for every day that he was at the Olympics. You don't think Snoop Dogg gonna cash in on being with Donald Trump? You don't think that Nelly, whose career is not where it needs to be, and hasn't put out a hit album, and maybe being a businessman that he is not gonna do something at the inauguration? It's a check. I think we hold people to expectation that if we were put in those situations, what would we do? Would you let your integrity ride, or would you let that 0,000 ride? Like, you know what I'm saying? The dollar means everything in this society. I agree with both sides. Like, I agree that, hey, if I don't support it, it ain't no amount of money in the world that you can promise me that I'm gonna do something that I don't agree with. However, we gotta stop holding expectations on these people.
I'm gonna tell you something that gets me, Mike, before I even take off and I say it. Where was this energy when Robert Brooks was killed 2 weeks ago?
We keep saying that. Like, we worried
Why
about
are we speaking on it, Mike? Why y'all ain't got rants about real life situations?
we worried about the wrong stuff. We worried about people performing at the inauguration, but we not worried about people that are getting murdered.
Boy, Nelly was just killed. The dude was just in the subway with the hoodie on, Mike. Was you on CNN talking there, Keith Boykin? But you worried about Trump getting elected? He won. Ain't nobody like, come on, let's keep it real. That's what it is. We got to get past that point, man. We speaking about an issue. Trump is who he is. I'm not discounting anything that gentleman said, Mike. None of it. But the issues we need to be speaking vehemently on, they ain't talking about it.
You 100% correct. We didn't see nobody run on the TV and be outraged and be as upset. You
Come
upset
on,
about somebody performing at the inauguration,
come
but like you
on,
said, you wasn't upset about these young black men getting killed.
come
Where's the
on.
same? What it's you can't pick and choose. If we gonna be about it, we need to be about every opportunity that a black person was disenfranchised, not
What
some opportunities.
what in New York City right now? Where y'all wait with Robert Brooks? That man was killed and beaten to death.
In
Y'all
front
even
of
know his name? Think about that, Mike. New York City got Robert Brooks and Jordan Nelly the same year, same time. Where y'all at, New York?
They ain't riding. But
They
you
ain't
riding cause
won.
Snoop Dogg performing at the
Come
inauguration
on,
is
man.
crazy.
Like it just ruins who you are and what you talk about because it goes against it, bro. And I'm not trying to throw no shade, no emphasis, but I hear you talking about what your feelings are, what your thoughts are, why you don't like this, but you're not speaking on real issues. You lose your credibility.
Bro, old school people, it's crazy to me. Let me put the Burger King crown back on real quick. But old school people, it just seems like you only get upset when it involves Trump.
Mm.
I
Keep
said it.
going.
You only get upset when it involves Trump. As Terrell said, nobody was running for the hills and raising sounding the alarm. We had two black men get killed and murdered in New York. We ain't
What we
said nothing
talking about,
about
man?
it. We ain't said, but we talking about people. We need to start talking about the. I don't know how many times we gotta say this on this platform. We need to start talking about the things that matter. Snoop Dogg performing at the inauguration does not matter.
Ain't gonna change nothing.
Trump already won. It does not matter. We
Mike,
got him for
you feel me?
we,
What
we
do
got him for 4 years. Deal with it.
you
Deal with it.
We gotta
Deal.
negotiate. We gotta go to the table. No matter how you feel, I don't like it. Michelle Obama, I don't want to show up. That's okay. He's
Cool.
still in
Don't show
office.
up. Don't show up. He's still gonna be the president if you there or
He's
not.
still gonna be the president.
He's still gonna
He's
be.
still gonna be making things. He's signing 50 executive orders that day. You mean to
Hey,
tell me you
that
don't need
that
to
go to that go to show that the first time was the fun time. The second time he mean business, bro. He been there before. He like, hey, first day I'm gonna show you what I'm about.
Facts, Mike.
But
Like,
my thing is this: how long we just gonna get upset about shit that stuff that doesn't matter, bro? We
fact.
stuff that you can't change. What you can change is these young people getting killed by the police. That's what we can
Anti-black
change.
hate crime bill, Mike, for sure. That's what we need to be pushing.
That's what we
The
can change.
reparations. That's
That's
it.
what we can change. What the money on that? That's what we can change.
That's it.
We ain't cause no matter what's gonna happen, no matter who's gonna be there, January 20th is gonna happen with or without you.
100%.
It's gonna happen.
And
It's
they
gonna
out there,
happen.
Mike. His
No
fan
matter
base is
it,
out there.
no matter if you perform, no matter if I perform, no matter if Snoop Dogg perform, the inauguration is still gonna happen and it's gonna be a day in history. So that doesn't matter.
Yeah,
But what matters is we need to get mad about these people dying.
man.
When we start worrying about things that we can't control and start worrying about the things that we can actively affect right now, a change will happen in America.
And that's the reason why I personally feel like a lot of young blacks, especially our age, are starting to understand the older ones ain't trying to benefit nothing.
I
Y'all
think,
want to fight about Trump.
and he won already.
He won. Like you said, Mike, y'all worried about something that don't matter. We worried about the future and people that are actually in the field battling, working now, and y'all talking about the same stuff.
People gonna continuously die, and we can change that.
We can change
He
it.
got. I don't even know what y'all worried about. He got 4 years. He got
He in
4 years.
there.
He got 4 years to do what he want, and we cannot stop it.
Can they stop it?
The train has already left the track.
Thank you. I
Period.
mean, people look at me like I'm crazy when I say that, Mike. I'm like, hey, look, y'all. I mean, no disrespect, but that's where we are now.
It is what it is.
You got to move forward. We got to turn the page. If it ain't about an anti-black hate and crime bill, if it ain't about reparations, Mike, what we
They
talking
gave the
about?
anti-Asian hate crime bill
Say
quick.
it again, Mike. Say it
And,
again.
and to my Asian brothers and sisters, this is not a attack on you. I'm just saying you got attacked for 1 year at most. 1 year at most. You was getting beat up in the streets. You was getting disenfranchised. You was getting messed up. and they wrote a bill so fast for you. My
I'm
people
saying,
sit.
Mike, I want the same thing.
My people, I just since we, I'm not a fan of integration at all, but since we're here, since we're here, let's make it right.
Make it right. I'm
It
with you,
don't
Mike.
take that. I just don't understand why y'all can't do it. Y'all print money every day. Y'all print money every day. The value of the dollar doesn't mean anything. So it would not mean anything if you gave us reparations because you print money every day.
Ain't they gave us, Mike? We about to get it. That's the difference between the older ones and the younger ones. We're more focused on what the future and what it beholds. We ain't worried about the political skirmishes. I don't like them. I ain't gonna deal with them. That don't work no more. It
I
doesn't.
mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. How many people really like their boss? But you go to
Mm,
work to get your check every day.
every day.
How many people
Every
don't
day.
like the people they work with? But you go to work and get your check every day.
Every day.
Either we gonna complain about it, and I'm gonna be real with y'all. We need to stop marching. Like I'm tired of protesting, holding up the picket sign. What does that get you for real? Hell no, we won't go. No justice, no peace. Nah, we need to start tearing stuff up.
I think that's why the motion for that's gone down. You notice that, Mike, since George Floyd. You notice you ain't seeing that energy no more. You notice the energy has changed. I don't know if you noticed that.
Well, that's because they killed most of the Black Lives Matters people that was mattering.
Oh, true. But I also will say, Mike, with that being happened, I think a lot of us has gotten more sophisticated to say, "No, we don't need to be out there. We need to actually implement the laws." I've heard more
Correct.
laws change in our lifetime, Mike, than I've ever heard. When has
We
there
need
ever
to.
been a different democratic perspective, Mike? It's a wholly different mindset now.
Yeah, we ain't banging with it. We ain't
Nah,
banging with it. And I'm
Mike,
gonna
you
be
ain't never
real
heard.
with you.
I ain't never heard reparations at hand to you, Mike. I ain't never heard that word. You
Man, they never
never.
spoke on they
Never.
Hampton told us to be docile black individuals.
Mm, you going deep. You
And I'm
going
gonna be
deep
real with you. They told us to be Martin Luther when they should have been teaching us to be Brother Malcolm.
for sure.
And ain't nothing wrong with Martin Luther. But
No, ain't nothing wrong with it.
it was a time for Martin Luther. But now it's time for Brother Malcolm.
We need both. That's the key, Mike. They want too many Malcolms and not enough on the other side.
How many times you gonna let them slap you in your face and turn the other cheek?
All
I
right.
ain't got hey look, I got two cheeks on my face and two cheeks on my butt. They didn't slap them both.
That's hey, listen. Hey, look, like I said, Mike, the political sophistication. I think what's so different, Mike. We are the hidden color babies. People forget that. Our influences are different. We're not the church babies. We're not the we shall overcome babies. We're not that you gonna do us and treat us any type of way babies. We think differently now. So I think a lot of change is gonna come in our lifetime. I'm already seeing it, Mike. Like I said, Mike. When have we heard the word reparations out loud?
Never.
Never. And
I
Mike,
mean
it's known that
reparations was taboo.
taboo.
You black folks could have got reparations if you voted for Jill Stein.
They didn't want it. Mike, remember, it was don't beg them folks for nothing. Let's not talk about money. Remember that teacher, Mike? You know, don't ask them for nothing. Don't be begging. Remember that? That was actually a perspective said. I remember that, Mike.
I'm not begging at all. I'm demanding. Where my
Mike,
money
it's
at?
old.
Where my money at?
That's it. Run the check. I want cash. I don't want no student loan.
I
I
don't
don't
want.
want.
Hey,
Listen,
no. I say this. I say this. I take it in the form. I take it in two forms. I take it in cash, and I take it in you forgive all my student loans. And for those who don't have student loans, free college. And for those who don't have free college, free money.
I think that's good, Mike. Cash or land. That's it. That's it. I want it in hand. I agree with you about the student loan part, but guess what? Y'all ain't paying the student loan because everybody didn't go to college, man. You got to think about the other black people.
Hey, that's why I say if you ain't go to college, cash.
Give it to me cash, Mike. I'll take care of the student loan.
You have to wipe away my debt, bro. Like or something. I need something.
Check, cash money, cash out. Hit the cash out, Mike. Hit the cash out.
Hey.
So yeah,
Hey, I
man. I
bet you all
believe,
these people hate Trump, but when he started passing out them stimmies again,
man.
we gonna love him.
Listen, Mike. We already know what's about to happen. So, Mike, to conclude on that one, man, we have been going hard on this. I know this is our favorite subject right here. Your thoughts on Trump? Day one, what you predicted?
Day one, he gonna shake it up.
How bad?
100 executive orders is excessive. 150 to 100 executive orders, bro. That's a
It's
lot.
crazy.
That's a
Crazy.
lot. That I can't imagine them, any of them working out for my benefit at all. Like I can't. 100.
I
Woo.
I
I
think
say.
it's gonna be straight business. I think he's gonna help a lot of us out, Mike.
I
I think
think.
it is.
I think Executive Order 3.5 is the part of them people for January 6th. It's in there. It's in the pile. It's in the pile.
Hey, he's standing on business.
I think he gonna make a lot of people pay. But I will say this: you forget when you voted for Trump, you voted for Elon Musk. So Elon Musk is in there too with them
He
executive
in
orders.
there. He in there. He in there. And Elon don't fool with Zuck, so it's gonna get interesting.
Yeah, I say this
Mike,
though. Final thoughts, right?
final thoughts, Jen.
Stop worrying about it. It is what it
Mm.
is. It is already here. It has happened. Let's see what we can do progressively to move forward, and let's understand that we got to do something different than what we've been doing. If you continuously do the same thing and expect the same results, it's insanity.
Hey, in the words of one of my high school teachers, Mike, the most influential, infamous name, Mr. Nichols. If you always do what you've always done, you will always get what you've always got.
Shout
If
out
you
to
always
Mr.
do what
Nichols.
you've always done, you will always get what you've always got.
Hey, I got to if you throwing out quotes, hey, to the great Barney E. Smart, may God rest his soul. Things work out best for the. Damn, I'm about to mess it up. Never mind.
Go ahead.
It's, things, things work out best for those who make the best of things that work out.
Facts. So, Mike, your boy Drake, is he getting his wake up call?
I think UMG let him know, cuz like, hey, bro, do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do.
You pay attention.
Honestly, I think Universal has responded in a way that Drake didn't think they would respond. I think they're saying to Drake, oh, you really think you that nigga? Well, fuck you, fuck a settlement, and fuck your career. I think that's exactly what they're saying to him. And I think they looked at the petition and said, brother, we got nothing to talk about. We could play hardball. We'll tell you how this is going to go. We're going to beat your ass in court. And while we beat your ass in court, your career or what's left of it, we're going to just watch it wither away because you can't drop music without us.
Oh.
And even if you try to push the limits and just drop erroneous music that we could take down, but we love money, so we're not going to take it down. We're not going to promote it. So you're going to be in a bad situation, my boy. But you think you want to go to war with us, we're going to have to teach you a lesson. I keep saying that it is kind of tantamount and equivalent to the plantation with these labels. Even Drake could go get a spanking. So I think this is what I personally believe, that Universal Music Group is down to give Drake a spanking.
Mike, yo take.
He's 100% right. Because at the end of the day, what is Drake without Universal? If you can't put out no music, your voice is squashed. You can't. It's only so much you can do, right? And yes, you made these people a lot of money, but they got mad people on the roster that make them a lot of money. So you just won in how many? You know what I'm saying? And I think, like he said, you better quit while you ahead. Your career, these people can. The pen is mightier than the sword, and right now you fighting with the sword. They about to fight with the pen. So they always gonna be more powerful because they the one that gave you your millions. So if they gave you your millions, they can squash you easily because they have more money than you. And the money and the money game is the long game. Because really and truly, what they could do is go to court and just drown him in litigation completely until the money run out. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't even think about that. Before I give mine, I'm gonna let Joe Budden speak on it, Mike. Fair use, y'all. Fair use. You know, Mike is our music mogul, so Mike gives an intellectual deep dive. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you hear it, Mike.
The resources in the world, albums, and to get songs popping and moving costs money. I'm not sure
a lot of money.
Probably. I'm not sure he know how much Universal has spent on making some of these songs stick. But if you know music today, he's having a hard time making something stick, and it's not because he lost talent.
It's not that.
It's not because he lost talent.
No, I don't believe that.
He's still him. But without that label and without that button that they push, He's dropped joints that some people feel could go. I was just
Told y'all.
watching somebody I was watching. They was talking about, yeah, man, they started naming records. These records should have went. Hey, if this was 5 years ago, this record would be a top 20 record. Guess what, Playboy? It's not anymore. It's not 5 years ago. And there is a reason. I know you fans, so you're like, oh, why is this not good? You don't know shit about shit. This shit is designed and programmed.
I'm agreeing with
But
everything.
look, with Drake, with the Drake brand, it really leads more to the label is kind of more important than he's putting credit on, because look at the things he's done outside of the label. The knock the Nike brand, it ain't take off like Kanye shit did.
Nothing.
Not
The
at all.
OVO Jordans ain't take off like that. Like
The OVO label.
The OVO label,
That
yeah.
part. Yeah.
Respectfully.
Everything that you've done outside of music ain't really hit like that. And if music is only hitting because the label is pushing, not saying only, but it's almost like, and we seeing the label not push the button now, and the music ain't even hitting.
Do you think the label suppressed it?
I think they just let it go.
Yeah, Ice.
They suppressed where he tried to drop on his own. They snatched shit down. Like he tried to put some shit out, they'll strike it. They did that.
But
like,
that was telling us how they felt.
yeah,
True.
That was telling us
it's up already now.
where they stood on things,
Right.
and that this relationship has soured. To take it back to fucking the battle and Kendrick really quickly, it's not just me. I'm what the culture's feeling. However y'all interpret culture, because it's subjective now, but I would assume that Kendrick, let me not say Kendrick, that somebody had a talk
Some
with
conversations
somebody,
with some people. Yeah.
and there was a word on the curb, in the great words of Melissa Ford. And yo, dog, we were saying it. Hey, this is odd that this record won't leave number one. Why is that shit? They ain't shoot a video. What did they do besides press a button? We don't know. Maybe they spent some money. But when a record stays at number one all that time, these are clear indicators. And he chose to, and I'm not getting back to his decisions during the beef, but he chose to focus on artists when that boy knew his real beef was higher than that. It was higher than that.
But he been knew that.
Yeah, but
He's been saying
yeah,
that.
but you can put too much dip on your chip. You can.
But the label, your arrogance can make you.
It can.
But I'm
it
just
can
saying,
happen.
he's not blind to the point that the beef ain't with the beef is higher up. He's been telling us this for years.
Yeah, but
that's my thing.
You wouldn't be spending
know,
time on ASAP Rocky and them if.
but you knew who you're in.
I don't think
the way he was explaining it was like, yo, whoever the higher up is, y'all got them together to all attack me. It's still coming from above.
the label is so powerful, they're making the fall off look like it's self-inflicted.
That's true.
That's how powerful.
I agree with that.
They
I
make
think
it.
that's
They
being
make
overlooked.
like he's still.
Mike, take off.
Man, the only thing I don't agree with is the fall off is self-inflicted too. Just as much as the label got a hand in it, Drake got a hand in his own fall off because he could have stopped at any time. But as your great grandmother used to say, Terrell, you know you from the country, don't bite the hand that feeds you.
Right.
And Drake is clearly biting the hand that feeds him and thought he was, I made you all this money. And the label like, yeah, cool, but you still an artist. You can't do nothing without the, as they say, you can't do nothing without the streams. You can't do nothing without them pushing that button, them giving it go. Because I will say, as much as I like they not like us, we should have moved on to something different by now. Point blank, period. So that just shows the influx and the influence that the label does have. But at some point, no man is bigger than the machine. Drake, you got cocky. You thought you was bigger than the machine, and the machine is whooping your butt. Whooping your butt. And rightfully so. You can, it's just like a child, right? A child throwing a tantrum must get whooped. Back in our day. Now you know we got general parenting. UMG ain't about the general parent Drake. He didn't embarrass them. He didn't did too much. And like they said, he done had some songs that you be like, dang, that Jane should have went. It's never gonna go because you went against mommy and daddy.
Great label music behind the scenes take from somebody that's a novice on a music thing.
Correct.
Drake has not improved. Drake, since you have been doing music, when from an outsider standpoint, Drake, you have not elevated, aged, or matured with your audience.
But look who he learned from.
True. Drake, what is your timeless record? What I mean by timeless, Mike, we could play Pretty Young Thing right now. It go.
I say
It go, Mike. Think about a timeless
I
record of
like to
song.
love you, pretty young.
Okay, Mike.
Yeah,
Go.
he ain't got one.
Go.
He ain't
He,
he hasn't reached. This is a classic. He think about it. Tupac been dead for I don't know how long, and Tupac records still go.
still go. Hail
He
Mary. I
hasn't.
ain't no killer, but don't push me. The rhythm's
Right.
like the sweetest. Come on.
Biggie has
Timeless.
died a long time ago, and Juicy is still hit. He has not reached his artistry to where he has catchy tunes. He has hooks that he doesn't have quotables for real. Not like us.
I hate to say it, Mike. I didn't know it at first until Kendrick kind of exposed it. Drake kind of is a plant. Joe
Yeah.
Budden and them just explained it. Outside of music, what have you, bro? You've been famous for 20 years, Mike? 2008, Drake really took off, right? We was 2008,
Right.
2009. What have you been successful at since then?
Zero. Because
Which is crazy, Mike, when you think about it.
they said, but he's tried to grow, and even when you think about his jet that they talk about, it's a old ass plane. That shit old as hell. I mean, I don't know how old the planes we be riding on when we be going to travel, but Jake's plane is really old.
But
Like
Mike, I want you to think about it though, Mike.
nothing.
Only thing you have is that, bro. Rick Ross got investments.
Rick
Yeah,
Ross
he got
got.
things.
Hey,
And
look,
they not nowhere near as many records as you got.
Rick Ross he got the chicken spots.
Come on, Mike. He got multiple streams.
Right.
It shows me that Drake really had to get out the mud, Mike. I hate to say it.
Hey, and I will say this: he tried to play the Jewish card against
Yes.
the Jewish people,
Yes.
and the Jewish people had to let him know, "Hey, bro, you only half. Like
Have.
you a nigga."
Like, I had to think about it as I was listening to it, preparing for it. Like, wait a minute. Drake really has had no other moves.
Nothing.
Mike, who was this artist he put on?
No
We know
one.
we know you ride the wave of new artists. You ain't put nobody on.
You didn't even put McConan on. You culture vulture. You still.
Mike,
You, you
is he a plant, Mike? I hate to say it. Looking at
I,
his tenure, no classics, Mike. And just think about the records now. If you go back and listen to them, Mike, do they really hit? Like that hit.
they catchy.
That's it, Mike.
They catchy.
And like I said, as I'm looking back throughout his history, he, like you said, Mike, hurt himself because he didn't improve. He didn't develop, and he was not a part of the culture, Mike.
But what business moves is he making? Because they named him OVO label. Who you know other than Drake on OVO?
40.
He the producer. Okay, next.
Where is the artist development? Where's the people you put on?
Hey,
Where's
look,
the new
and like they
talent you
said, the
find?
OVO Jordans didn't pop like that, and the
I
only
didn't even
reason
know about that, Mike, until the Travis Scott popped.
and you know I'm a shoehead, but the only reason I don't even know if I would have bought the OVO Jordans.
Wow. Well, it lets
you
me know, Mike, for real, what are his organic fan base? You know what I'm saying, Mike? Who are for real the organic Drake fans? Travis Scott got organic fans.
I say this, Drake, you still Aubrey from Degrassi, bro. Realistically,
that's a heavy take.
You still Aubrey from Nickelodeon, bro.
Now, what you're saying, Mike, is real. I mean, all we know about your tenure is, Drake, you got trendy records, you smash hoes. That's it.
And then you sub rap about them.
What else is your legacy, Mike? Looking back at it now, for real, you ain't put nobody on. You ain't put no cities on. You rode the wave of new artists. You don't really have a relationship with the new artists because if you did, somebody would have stuck up for you. They tried to say that you were supplanting them by saying they were hate on it. What's good, Zoe? That they said those remarks like that, but now in actuality,
what up,
you kind of put
yourself
in that situation. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
and I think he thought he was just that nigga. Like UMG, I'ma sue you, and UMG was like, bro,
well,
we made you who you are.
I personally think Mike. Drake he said Drake, stop it. No, I mean, I think, man, for real, he got to that point where Drake was making money, but where did you grow as like Pusha T hit it hardest, y'all, and Kendrick. You call yourself the boy, but where's the man? I ain't seen him yet. Where's the development man move?
Even Pusha T has outside of his raps. I'll say, Pusha, I love you. All you talk about is bricks though, and it's cool. But you got a store,
He got a base,
you got a restaurant, you got outside diversity that people really bang with.
and he has a base, Mike. Pusha can tour. Pusha can tour for the rest of his life with his bass. He's lyrical. He's in his niche. He's in his bag. Can Drake tour and do the same thing now, Mike? I don't know.
Nah, cause I ain't trying to hear sweatpants, hair tied, chilling with no makeup on. That's when you the prettiest. I hope that you don't take it wrong.
That was a decade ago, Mike.
I'm not trying to hear that when I'm 50 years old. But when I'm 50 years old, I'm definitely trying to hear, I'm your Pusha.
I'm telling you, it's a classic record.
Yeah, or the grinding beat. Or the grinding beat.
On the grinding beat.
From ghetto to ghetto, backyard to backyard,
bro. Go. And I think, like you said, as you looking at it, it's like, dang, man. Remember when him and Ye had the battle? It was like, when Ye said, I'm beating you on all levels, he is producer, music, fashion, lifestyle. He wasn't like
writer. First of all, he wrote his own rhymes.
It's like, dang, man. So it's like, it's sad to see the fall off be this great, Mike. But maybe it was already happening and we didn't know.
I think it was because I always thought Drake thought like people be like, oh, you know, he the one that started singing and rapping. No, he wasn't. It's been a million artists before him that did it, and the number one that is lyrical is Andre 3000, bro.
Facts.
And I'm only saying that because 3 Stacks my favorite rapper. But
3
all
Stacks,
I'm saying is, if Drake is really known for just a little bit of singing, and it's not even like real singing.
What about Ja Rule, Mike? People forget about that. People disrespect Ja Rule all the time.
But Ja Rule knew what to do when he got battled with beef. He let it go. 50
because
Cent,
he was a part of the culture, Mike.
Bro, 50 Cent single-handedly ruined that man's career, bro.
And let the second half go, Mike. I gotta let it go.
Talented, he still got it, but they're teaching him such a big lesson that they're making the fall off. They put all these things in front of him. They're making it seem like it's him that's doing it.
He can't rap
right?
no more.
Because a lot of people, what he's doing now, yes, it's to the culture where we from. Yo, you ratting, you look nasty. But there's a lot of artists that wish that they could have done that. Not basically off of being dissed, but just go against a label that are moving things and to make them look a certain way or helping the career go on a decline.
My only beef with that is you had no problem when you were the main recipient.
Of course, that's the only issue.
Man.
I'm just saying.
We've seen a lot of niggas lose labels.
You sat there and talked like you was the king piece on the chessboard, which you were. Okay. But now it brings all of that in question because it's like, all right, so if you're telling us that they got the power to make you look where you can't succeed in music no more.
Yeah.
Are you also telling us that all of your success in music still came from them?
Yes.
Because your talent didn't change.
The answer is yes.
Yes.
See, that's my other problem with certain things that he says in the suit about just the systems in play and the business of how music moves that are now working against him. Which says to me, well, that means that you knew how they, not only did you know how they were working for you,
you used them.
Yeah, but that's a given. But that's what you were running around taunting in the streets along with I make the best music. You know that your lawyer used to work for the prosecutor in the town, or you know that them people behind you, they got all the hammers, they not even letting nothing push. He said some shit like, damn, I got a brain freeze right now. But yeah, that's my other issue with him. He knows.
He knows.
He knows.
So I think that and I'm not. I think that his knowledge is way more than our knowledge about what the goings on are, right? Of course. So let's just say if he was the golden child and they was able to, with his talent, push a button.
Pop it, Mike. Your second thought on that, man. I had to let you see that second half, bro.
My thing is, we said this before in the podcast that he has benefited from the same treachery that he has. But my thing is this: if you benefited from it, why wouldn't you think that it would take you down?
Mike, in the words of the great Finesse 2 times, it's okay when you do it. It's a problem when I do it.
Right.
You can't complain, bro.
Right. Because you did it to Meek.
You did it to me.
You did it to Meek, and we saw you do it to Meek.
openly. And Pusha, Mike. You little boy Pusha by saying you ain't on my level. Don't forget that. Oh man, he ain't on my level. He ain't got the big record. You pulled that card twice.
The only thing about Meek and Pusha is Meek didn't have the fervor
True.
of rap that Pusha had, which Pusha was able to sustain that beef. He
True.
was able because Pusha's a legend. He's classic. He's gonna
True.
be able to sustain something like that. But the thing I don't like about it is this: you can't talk about it and say, "Oh, they did me dirty," when you did people dirty with the same stuff. Now you just gotta. If you just would have took your lashes, if you would have just took your
Lamar's
lashes
voice.
and,
1,000 lashes.
oh man,
1,000 lashes.
if you would have just took your lashes and kept it quiet and kept it cool, you still might have been on top.
Man, Mike, would it let me know again, Mike, that when your white side showed up, you couldn't take no loss, fam?
Your white side showed up, and these 100% Jewish people showed you you not like us, and you not like them. Because they not doing this to their own.
And I think, Mike, it was needed. I hate to say it, it was needed. It was what was going to happen in the culture shift. But we saw in real time, you played the game. You got mad because Dot outdid you. Let's keep it 100, Mike. He did you the way you did me. He copied your same formula, remixed it on you, took it away from you. You ain't know how to respond. Your last record, don't forget, Mike. I ain't even gonna respond no more. You know, all these allegations is lies. Your last record, you made the last record. People forget that. Your last record, you was crying on the track. You was whining, dog. Remember that, Mike?
He made a breakup album.
A breakup album. And then you throw a little
about
record
his
out
homies.
there.
And
you
it
got
also shows
Sexy Red, bro. What you doing, Drake?
Yeah, I would have never did that.
Come on, bro.
I would have never did that. As you being the king, and this how much it shows how much you have fallen off. As a new artist, you had to get that Drake stamp. You had to get that. You had to get that Drake cosign. As a new artist, you had to get that. Sexy Red is a new artist, and she got that Drake cosign, and it still flopped.
Yes. It ain't help her career at all. I would hate to say it, Mike. The juice been gone. The juice, it was a crybaby album. You stupid. It's over on fire. But no, for real, man. And it's just the reality of you.
The juice was gone. The juice was gone when we found out you had a writer.
Oh, that's true. The music ain't hit the same sense. When Meek exposed it, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. I can tell he ain't got no real friends around, y'all.
Well, it just goes to show that all those famous people want your real friends, because not near person writing for you for real.
21 ain't say nothing. And that's supposed to be y'all man. Y'all on Slaughter Gangs, murder. I thought y'all on records of they Slaughter Gang. And 21 ain't say nothing.
That's because 21 know what you can't go against the label, bro. You just can't. It's like you being a rebellious child. That belt gonna come across that hind parts. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Mike, I gotta say it too. 21 knew to leave that boy Don alone. I hate to say it. Lyrically, you right, Zoe. Lyrically, everybody leaving K-Dot alone. They don't want to say it, but we know that this was like this, Mike.
Cole knew what was up. Why you think Cole said, "Hey,
Man, Cole put the Cole crying. Cole crying.
Hey, Cole said, "Hey, I would I would just like to apologize."
Man, listen, what I tell you, you got your fade, bro.
Also, Cole is not like us, my nigga. Cole played to the black. He played to the black a little more than Drake does. But I will say Cole knew what was up. They both black and white. They both come from a family where they daddy want nothing. They both have very strong similarities. So he could have played the card to the left or to the right. And Cole saw it coming, and Cole was like, "Let me go ahead and move out the way."
What can I give Cole a pass on this? Cole speaks on black issues.
Yes, he does.
Cole has experienced racism. Cole from North Carolina, Drake from Toronto. Cole has absolutely felt being a black man. He grew up a black male, man. He looks like one. Drake could be passing. Cole couldn't be passing. Hairstyle, texture, the way he looks, tall, stature, his friends. Don't forget, he grew up in the hood. Cole grew up in the hood.
Right, fair enough.
Vietnam. So I will give Cole a pass on that front, but I will give you the credit that that identity crisis for mixed children is a real thing. A lot of them don't like speaking on race dynamics. That's real. You're right,
Yeah.
Mike. They don't know how to identify because as much as it is to be told, when you have, whatever that ethnicity is, y'all, when you grow up, a lot of them, yeah, cold together before you got nasty. You right, Zoe. Zoe on fire again. You right. But I will say, y'all, Don exposed that with that pen, you gotta leave that man alone. Cause y'all, he made a 6-minute diss track rock. That Euphoria to me is still the hottest one, man.
And nah, the one I didn't even realize this. Somebody close to me had to put me on. But one of the tracks that he was dissing is straight other people's song titles.
Yes. That's
I said
Euphoria.
that's Euphoria is mad crazy.
Come on. We don't want to hear you say ninja no
Yeah.
more. Man, what? Mike, the way he went on that track, it was too fire. Like I said, you gotta leave that man right there. Let me know. Now he is music.
But it's not over yet because February is coming. February is coming, and the Super Bowl is the number one watch sport event of all time.
Then he's
Netflix,
gonna do
please,
it.
Netflix, please have it together. Netflix, I'm
Yeah,
begging you. I'm begging
Netflix
you.
gotta have it together.
Please have it together. But the spanking is gonna come back. This is it's a revolving belt. It's like the belt that your parents used to spank you with, and they shredded the belt, and it hit you. When it hit you, it'd be like pop, 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 pop.
Oh,
It's coming
well,
back. It's
the
coming
one
back.
the one thing I gotta say, man, for it is that I don't know what he could do to get around it, Mike. You
Nothing.
kind of just
You
gotta
should have
stop
just
talking
took
about it.
it. You should have just took. Bro, we would have been
Hell,
forgot
Mike.
about this. We would have been forgot about this if you wouldn't have had soft antics.
No, you're right. You're right. Mike spit. Keep going, Mike. You on fire right now. I
Now,
can't even
now,
hold you.
and think about it. If you wouldn't have did so much, the cease and desists, the suing the label, all this. When the Super Bowl came around, it almost would have been like, all right, don't even do not like us. Do all your other stuff.
Mm,
But with the antics, you gas it up. With the suing and because you just so not for the culture, it's just is reminding us of what K Dot said.
mm. Facts, Mike. To close your thoughts, Mike, before we hit our last 2 points, hit me off on the Drake point. Can he save his career, Mike? Is it over? Do he gotta leave it alone, or he gotta keep going to court? What you recommend for our boy?
I say, bro, at this point, stop. Please. Please. Just stop. Just go ahead. You might even need to come out with the hey y'all, I'm sorry. I don't know. I
This
just
is
don't.
I'm sorry for
Like,
2004. He might
yeah,
end up
bro.
losing
I just feel like you gotta go ahead and figure out what your business aspects is and what can you contribute, because music is taking a major hit, bro. It has taken a major hit. And me, I used to like Drake, but I can't get behind you, bro.
He is
Like,
our era, but he has changed. He's not even been consistent.
he's super
Like you
soft.
Jamaican, you want to be what does Toronto drink? You want to
Yeah,
be Jamaican, Mike. You want to be so many. That's what happened when you try to convert too much, Mike, and you ain't got no standing. You ain't what is a Drake sound, Mike? What is Drake sound?
exactly. We probably never knew what Drake's sound was because he was
He,
biting off for everybody.
you know what I'm
Drake has been
saying?
Drake has been biting his whole career.
And that's not culture, Mike. We got an anti-biting culture. You know what I mean, Mike? You got to be original. You know, we always say that. Stop biting.
Hey, being a rich, I don't even Terrell. This is how much no biting is in our blood. If you bought the car that I wanted before me, I would not buy that car.
Facts. Facts. It's in our culture, Mike. $1,000.
I'm talking about the dream car. If you buy, I'll say one of the cars I like. If you buy the Mercedes, not the Mercedes. If you buy the Lamborghini Countach, 1990, I don't want it no more. I'm
Facts.
a,
Right?
I'm a ride in it, and you probably may let me drive it.
Facts.
However, that cannot be in my collection anymore. I'm gonna go ahead and get the Murcielago. You feel me?
I
Like
feel you.
we cannot have. I just feel like biting is I just you got to give it up, bro.
Uh,
You stop. I said this how many months ago, bro? You got to stop now.
you
You
gotta
got to
stop
stop.
now. You did say
You,
it, Mike. You was ahead of the curve. You
you
was
got
ahead
to
of the
stop
curve.
because if you don't stop, it's gonna be nothing left.
Facts, bro. Let's keep mine. This hit deep for me. Somebody sent this for me, Mike. It's a reason why they killed all the Black Panthers and left the Crips and the Bloods. That's deep, Mike.
Oh, that's 100% deep.
That's deep. Because they did, Mike. Think about it. All of them Panthers got murdered. But we still got black gangs in America. What's your take on it, Mike?
All the Panthers got murdered and they left the black gangs because all of them derived from the Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
But the Crips and the Bloods begin to get convoluted,
Mm-hmm.
began to not understand that the mission was education, community uplift, began to be bigger than the community. They pulled a Drake on us. Like if you really want to think about it, they had to kill Huey and all the other people, Fred Hampton, because they were teaching us how to be individualistic again. They were teaching us how to depend on ourselves, up ourselves, be better than what we were before, and to solely be individualistic, not to be integrated, but separated. That's what they were teaching.
Mm.
They, they had to go because one thing for sure, two things for certain. When we decide what we're gonna do and when we're gonna do it, we are powerful, and we don't know our own strength. They were teaching us our strength.
No, agreed, Mike. I even go a step deeper, Mike. We always about we have a gang problem, but that's something real. If we have a gang problem, they should be able to get away with it because they did murder the Panthers. So
Hmm.
if you really want to remove an issue that we knew we had an issue with as far as gangs in the black community, it could be done if y'all want to, right? Y'all have already shown that you will systematically kill off leaders of people that you don't like. So is it that the gangs are good or they doing what they're supposed to do? It's a
They
deep
doing
word for thought.
they doing what they made them to become. They
Mm,
doing it. Uh, but you also got to think the introduction of crack cocaine into the black society
facts.
was a major hit. An introduction to you got to think about it. We didn't have all these type of guns and weren't able to get all these type of guns until they started dropping guns off in our neighborhood. So now I'm beefing with Terrell. Now I got this super sweet gun that I don't even know how to use. Don't even have the training to use it, and I'm just out on the street blowing it down.
Big facts, Mike. And a highlight moment for all our people. You know, me and Mike always share gang, give our opinion. This is something else that's very important before we slide out for the night, y'all. I want y'all to see. We always talk about the white brothers, Mike, out of Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. Has anybody ever heard of Charles Frederick Page?
Black man accomplished something in my hometown that no other person in the world had done, and I've never heard about him. In 1906, Charles Frederick Page was the first person to have a patent approved for aircraft about 4 to 6 months before the Wright brothers. He built
Mm.
a full-scale aircraft in Pineville, Louisiana, sent it off to the Louisiana Purchase exhibition in St. Louis, but it never made it there. They assumed that it was stolen or destroyed. They can't really confirm it, but Jim Crow was alive and well at that time. Growing up, all you heard was the Wright brothers, but the fact that the Godfather, the first person to do it, was in my hometown, and we have absolutely no idea who this man is. Since the prototype never made it there, he pretty much left aviation alone and decided to focus on local issues. He opened the Lincoln Memorial Cemetery, which is where I'm at right now. I was trying to find his headstone, but I was unsuccessful at that because it is a lot out here. I walked for like 20 minutes and couldn't find it. I just think it's crazy how much history is ignored because somebody was black. Like, this is one of the pivotal things in aviation, and all we hear about is the Wright brothers. Something this important can go on unnoticed for so long just because of how you look.
Deep, Mike, deep. And there's another story, Mike, out of Pittsburgh, Texas. A black pastor helped the brother out of Plainville, Louisiana. So we have two black entrepreneurs that inspired the innovation aviation wave in America, but the Wright brothers get all the glory.
And you know what's crazy? I knew about that, but I just never knew his name at all. I knew that they were not the first to create aviation and that they used their model off a model that was already created. Um, it's crazy because if you really think about civilization and who has up civilization and our white brothers and sisters, this is no flack or no assault to your character or who you are. However, if it wasn't for the black human beings on this earth, y'all wouldn't have nothing at all. And I mean that with the best intentions in my heart. You can whitewash everything that we did. However, I'll give you some just small examples, right? Lewis Howard Latimer made the filament for the light bulb. That's the copper piece for y'all don't know what the filament is. That's the copper piece that ignites and illuminates. If it wasn't for Lewis Howard Latimer, Thomas Edison would be a nobody. And he worked underneath Thomas Edison, and Thomas Edison made the light bulb. The bulb is only the encasing of the filament that is illuminated. Why is the light bulb so important? They kind of pushed them together because he worked for Edison Corporations. And you know, when you work for a company and you invent anything, it goes underneath the
Leave that
corporation.
patent, right? Yep. Yep.
They get that patent. But Thomas Edison was nobody compared to Lewis Howard Latimer, who made the filament. He made it illuminate.
Crazy, man.
Thomas Edison just put the casing over it so it could be safe. But we give this man so much glory. If it was African people created the structure of DC,
Ben
we
Bernanke. Yep. I know
we
you talking about.
we just don't. It's so many inventions and so many things that we use on a daily basis that you have to attribute a black person for, and a white person just monetized it.
Deep. Deep. Mike, take us home, baby. What you got coming up for the week? That was a good end note. Go ahead and let people talk to them.
Hey man, I ain't got nothing. I work 12. I work 12. I work 3 more 12. So I'm tired. So I ain't for the week. I'm just gonna be working, and then I'm gonna be off, and then I'm gonna be enjoying life. But I will say this: the power of prayer is real. Y'all so worried about Donald Trump being the president, you need to still be worried about God sitting high on the throne. Cause just because he allowed this to happen, don't mean he does not have a plan. It's not a woe is me. God is always good and everything happens for our good. You need to remember that. So with every situation you in, your baby mama tripping, your baby daddy tripping, it is for your good. You may not be able to see. Another thing, there were two sets of footprints in the sand, correct? When we get tired, we have to lean on Jesus, and God will walk that walk for us. But you have to ask him to walk the walk, and he will carry you. And then you only see one set of footprints in the sand. That's what I'm gonna leave you with.
Man, shout out to my dog Mike, man. Where can they find you on social?
Hey, you can find me at Where McCall at on Instagram. Go ahead and DM me. I will be your friend. And go ahead and find me at Facebook on Mikey Mike McCall. Don't come to me with no craziness because I'm a straight shooter and to really let you know I will put the pause on you.
Enjoy your night, family. Until next time. Peace.
Peace.
All right. My dog Mike ended us out well, man. That was a good thing on the ending note, man. Hey, again, this week for me, man, more writing, family, getting back locked in, man. 20 days into the new year, officially starting tomorrow, man. What I want you to take from the night this week, if you can, try to reflect some. Talk about what you got going on, see your trajectory, see what you got working on. Me, I'm definitely spending some time making sure I lock in and get a lot of things that are overdue worked on. If you have not seen it, man, if you want anything to support your boy, things that which my parent could taught us, so hard back, add me on all social media platforms, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, whatever. Your boy is on all of them. I love to talk. I love to stay in intellectual curiosity. BMBC, Good Weekend Paintball. If you have never tried night paintball, I would highly recommend it for any organization, any way, anytime where you can have fun and just enjoy each other. Finally, make sure you check on your people, man. Check on your family. Call your loved one. Stay warm, stay safe. Stay protected during this winter freeze coming through. Texas already having days canceled. But the motion, the work, it still ain't gonna stop. It is I, your boy, King Crowder. Until next time, take care of your family. Take care of your loved one. Call, check, leave, have fun, and most importantly, enjoy yourself. That's all I gotta do is leave with y'all, man. I ain't got nothing else to add. Text me, call me, check in with me. So comment, like, and subscribe to the UJ channel. Share it live, share it live, share it live. TikTok back, baby. Until next time, it's your boy checking out, and we gonna end it like this.